So I'm off my bus here and starting my walk. Sort of in the middle of nowhere, really. It's just a walk through two parks today. I just needed to get out without too much effort. So quite a noisy bus ride. Everybody's chatting on their phones and things upstairs in different languages. So you've got these different languages happening as well. I think I was supposed to walk through this park on the right. That's what I was supposed to do. But it doesn't matter. Oh, I can go in here like this. You know, sometimes you just got to get out of the house. I'm trying to go for a walk of some kind every day. On the bus and then a walk. Well, you can tell it's autumn, can't you? The leaves are falling. The leaves are falling now off the trees. Don't think this one's going to be a very quiet walk, but you know, it's okay. Yeah, so basically I try to choose walks by parks because, I don't know, it's a bit of greenery as opposed to a whole load of houses. But I still haven't gone far out enough into the country today, I don't think. Never mind. You learn by what you try. And, well, it's just going to be a street walk, this one today. I know some of you probably think, why don't I get another dog? But I don't want another dog. It's just too much responsibility. Especially for someone like me who really has no idea what's going to happen to them day to day. I'm not stable at all. I don't mind that. I'm quite happy with that. Life is for living. You've got to take each day as it comes. I have a memo on my phone, on my little memo thing. It says, today is a brand new day, which it is. And if yesterday was shit, well, it doesn't matter because today... It doesn't really matter because today's just another day, a new day, isn't it? So hopefully it's a better day and you can make it a better day. So I've only got me to worry about, so when I get up in the morning I can decide what I'm going to do with my day, where I'm going to go. If I'm going to go for a big walk or a little walk, or what I'm going to do with it, or just go on my computer all day. I don't have anybody or anything else to worry about, and that really is good for me. Something I really like. Oh, there's a park over there. Let's go and have a look over there. Right in wetlands. Let's go and have a wander through here. I think it's a little circular walk. I really like the peace and quiet. I have no idea what I'm going to do tomorrow or the day after the day after. I know that I love walking and that I want to get out all the time. I think that's one of the reasons, I think I've said this before, why I jumped in the car. I just needed that freedom. I just felt lost. And I just needed to get away from the prison I was in, which was that big, beautiful flat. But to me, it was obviously a prison because to me, it wasn't a home anymore. Everything was gone from it, the doggy, the work, there was no stability anymore, and I'd spent a long time after I lost Cassie just sitting in my flat trying to work out what to do with my life. I couldn't work it out, and so that's when I decided I was just going to sell everything and move out, move into my car. I thought, oh, I've got a car. I've seen other people living in cars. That's what I'm going to do. So that's what I did. And I'd do it again in an instant. Not the fact of driving anymore. It's really not a nice drive anymore out there on the roads. It is obviously once you get in the countryside, but I wouldn't get a vehicle just to trot around the city or whatever. But I've got my bus pass now, and I can get on buses and go absolutely anywhere. And it is really good fun working it all out. Just working out. I love planning. So planning on the map, working out what I'm going to do the next day and where I'm going to go and what bus I've got to catch and all those sort of things. It's really good fun. I do enjoy it. Anybody wants me to show them how I do it, how I look at the maps and how I look at the buses and all of that, please let me know, because I'm loving the planning and then I'm loving the getting out. So I'm really, really lucky that I love both of those things. Sitting on my bed just planning my trip and then getting out on it and finding out what it turns into. It's just really, really good fun. I don't need much else. I don't. So yeah, but we've got a little bridge here, so we shall walk down the bridge. I'm going round in a circle, so I think I can't get lost on this one, but I wouldn't like to 100% guarantee it. Like reeds, is there? I don't know. I don't really know what we're walking over. I don't know if at some stage there was a lot of water. There's a bit of water there. It's just very long grass. Bench here. So I'm loving coming out every day and just finding somewhere to go. And so I pack a little lunch with me, some hamburgers I've cooked. Got my headband now. I think it's a bit more ordinary than my woolly hat. What do you reckon? So yeah, I've done a lot of jobs in my time. I meant to tell you about one special odd job I did, which was working in a homeless hostel for young people, ages 16 to 25. Got to go back 25 years. Gosh, time just goes so fast. I was a care worker, so you just kept an eye on the kids, made sure they kept their room tidy, And we had the strangest assortment there. You'd think that they were just like the homeless that you see on the streets now, taking drugs. No, not so. One young laddie, I can't get that out. He was about, 17, 18, and his parents actually brought him to the hostel to live. He'd been booked in and everything, so they brought him in their car with his telly and everything. And the only thing I could really get from it further down the line was that they couldn't cope with him at home. He was gorgeous at the hostel. He was quiet, well behaved, and in fact within 2 days of him moving into his room, it was broken into by some of the hard guys there, and there were some very hard guys there. Obviously, everything was stolen, so you try to warn them, but there's not too much you can do. So you just had to keep your eye on the ball from the minute you got there to the minute you left, because there was always someone up to something. They were pretty shifty, some of them, but they were, they never did anything to harm us. They knew really that we were on their side, and we were, even though we were trying to stop them from doing bad things like going out and nicking and taking drugs and beating people up. When they were in the hostel, it was all about having fun and watching TV. And at Christmas, I did these water pistol things that would just soak the whole hostel, because we were going around shooting everybody with water pistols. It was brilliant. So that was a good job, and I loved that. But I actually had to leave that about 2 years later, because one of the hard nuts put a gun to my head, and that was it. I'd had enough then. I left. You couldn't get any support from management. Management in the background, the ones that you don't see, they didn't care. It was all about getting the money in and keeping the hostel running. As long as the manager who worked in the hostel was, doing okay, then the rest of you had to get on with it. And when I went for support on the gun up my forehead, they said, no, sorry, we haven't really got anything. We can give you a few days off or some holiday. And I said, look, if you won't kick him out, because he is a bad lot, then I'm going. So that's when I left, which was sad, because I really enjoyed that job. But I think it was because it was always, I wasn't having to sit there and chat to other staff. We were just really busy through the day, running around for the kids, taking them shopping or watching TV with them. So you never had to try and find conversation. And the kids, obviously, they didn't want to talk to you much. You were an adult. They didn't only wanted to talk to you if they wanted a cup of tea or some food or taking into town in your car or whatever. So that was a good job. So I love that one. So yeah, I've had a varied life, really very varied, but it's been good, and I'm trying to keep it from not being good. I'm trying to keep it good by doing things that I like now. So I'm really enjoying it. Right, so I'm going to walk into Highton now, and I will catch up with you guys later. Have a good day. Bit of lawn mowing. So I've been to the loo in Asda, I've bought a drink, and I haven't been out long enough, so I'm going to walk back up to the area where I got. So I'm going to walk back to the area where I got off the bus and see what time is like there and how I'm feeling. Look at these stones here. I am totally not religious, I'm afraid. I think when you go, you go. I have left a memo for my brother to cremate me, and if possible throw my ashes over the Irish Sea, because I have some Irish background. I lived in Ireland for a while as a child, and it was a beautiful time in my life. Beautiful stone, that, isn't it? It's a beautiful church. That lantern. Wow. Look at that. I don't know what you call that bit up there, but that's beautiful as well. Turret? No, that's for castles, isn't it? Oh, look at that clock. 1:15. Is that right? Time? Yeah, it is. How about that? Someone's keeping that ticking over. Okay. I'm not quite sure where I am now. I thought I was cutting across this road, but now I've come up somewhere I don't know where I am. So I'll have to have a look on the map. Now, I might be right. I think this is the road I want to go down to head north. I've got to have a look at maps, make sure I'm going in the right direction. Yeah, I am. And that's the problem when the council don't clear the leaves. She was struggling to get that wheelchair up the hill then because she was slipping on the leaves. Yeah, so straight up here to catch a bus towards home, but then I've got to catch another bus. But it's a start, and it's a nice walk today, so I'm quite happy.